What's up, guys? xTkF here. Have another Wi-Fi battle for you. I know you guys were asking for some lower tier pokes, and I was messing around with this new team. I was actually currently building a team, and I had it made, and I looked at it, and I kind of thought, nah. So I kind of chucked this together, but as you can see, the teams that we're using are quite interesting. The only thing I'm really worried about there is Cress and Scizor. I kind of feel that I can deal with Regirock, you know, since I have Gastro, so anything else will kind of fall into place. But anyway, this was against wrathofwombat, and he's going to go ahead and lead out with his Cress, and I'm just going to opt to lead out with my Swampert, just because, you know, it's my lead. And I was talking to Umbreon and Sebastian on Skype, and I was like, does Cress get Trick? And he was like, yeah, dude. And I was like, oh, okay. So I decided to just lay out my rocks anyway, figuring that, you know, he's going to want a Trick, and I don't really mind that, because now Swampert has a Choice Scarf, he can come in and kill off the Latios, so that was kind of my plan right there. So now I'm going to switch out now that I've got my rocks up, going to go into Porygon, and just to kind of scout to see what he wants to do, and more importantly, just to see if he has anything to hurt my Swampert. But he actually goes for the Calm Mind, and I'm thinking, shit, now I've got to dip. So I have to switch now again from my Porygon 2 into my Gastrodon right now. And the main thing is because I carry Toxic on my Gastrodon. And I know I definitely cannot let this Crest set up any more than it already has done. That's already 2 Calm Minds that I've given it just out of nowhere. So anyway, I bring in Gastro now. I'm fairly confident I can take a +2 Psychic pretty well, since he did have the Trick with the Choice Scarf. I know he's not going to be fully offensive, because, you know, this thing's going to need to be able to take a hit. So I'm going to Toxic it as he decides to Calm Mind, and now he's going to want to switch on out of there. He doesn't want damage to rack up, which is absolutely fine. So he's going to bring in Scizor now. Really nothing I can do, so I believe I'm going to opt to switch out on the same turn, and I'm going to end up going into Azelf. Now, here's where things go really well. I'm thinking, okay, so this is a really bad matchup for me. You're probably going to expect me to switch and go for the Pursuit, so I'm going to stay in and hit him with a Flamethrower. That's going to be 4 times super effective, and it's going to completely destroy Scizor. So that's like, what, 3rd, 4th turn into the battle, and Scizor's already gone. It's absolutely amazing, just perfect. So in comes Regirock. I really can't do anything. I'm going to need to switch, so I'm going to go straight out into my Gastro. And I was going to U-turn, but I wanted to kind of play off the specs right there. So I am actually Expert Bell. So I'm going to go into Gastro as he decides to go for Stealth Rocks. That's absolutely fine. And now he's going to try and Curse Up, and I'm thinking, okay. And this turn, I believe I actually over-predict and go for the Ice Beam, expecting the Dragon type switching, you know, Latios or Altaria, to avoid my Earth Power. But it doesn't happen, so I was thinking, okay, well, you know, that's bad. So I'm just going to go for the Earth Power here now, knowing he's probably going to want to stay in. And he decides to go for an Earthquake. It doesn't matter, I know I can take that. I do take it, and here I predict the switch fairly nicely. I actually predict the switch into Latios, but either way, I could have gone for the Ice Beam, but I figure, you know what, I was just reading up on Smogon about this Gastrodon set, and they were saying how you need to keep it alive as long as possible to maintain the kind of core of the team, so I kind of thought, you know what, we'll go for a Recover, and I could have screwed over this Altaria, but, you know, Gastrodon will actually prove useful to me later on, so it's kind of good that I kept it. So he's going to want to switch out now. I'm kind of thinking he thought he could bring that in to finish me off, since I was at low HP, but not going to be the case, because I am going to recover. Now he's going to bring in Porygon 2. I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam. You know, hey, why not? It really doesn't bother me. And he's going to go for the HP. Now, he really thought this was Grass, and as soon as he hit me with it, I was like, oh no, Gastro, no. But it turns out it's not Grass, so that's fine. I'm not going to be able to fire off Toxic on this thing. I know these things are carrying a Violite, which does make them super, super bulky, you know, yeah, increasing their defenses by 50%, so, you know, I really don't want to be messing with that thing. So now he's going to bring in Cress. I'm just going to sit here and Ice Beam him, but I know after 1 Calm Mind that's going to be doing nothing, so effectively I do really need to switch. And at this point I'm thinking, do you really have anything to hurt me? Because, you know, if he'd have had it, he would have done it on Swampert, because, you know, they're both being 4 times weak to Grass. So I'm going to go into Azelf thinking he's only going to Calm Mind or he's going to Psychic, and, you know, both of which, you know, Azelf doesn't mind. So he actually opts to go for the Calm Mind here, knowing that I can't do anything with Gastro. That's absolutely fine. Now I know I can just U-turn out of here, and I still need to change the nature of this Azelf. It's still timid, which means my my physical moves are actually, you know, decreased. So U-turn's not going to be doing as much as it could. You'll see from here that it really could have done a lot more, but, you know, it's damage, and I get to scout and switch out into something to deal with this Crest, and I choose that to be my Porygon 2, because there really isn't anything he can do to me. Yeah, he can hit me with Psychics and whatnot, but, you know, I have to recover. I can Toxic Stall him if I need to. But he does get up to +2 here again, which does scare me, because, you know, +2 Crest, and I don't resist its stabs, so excuse me. So that's actually kind of scary, you know. I really don't want to be staying in here kind of any more than I have to. But you can see the toxic damage is starting to rack up quite nicely, so he's going to hit me with that Psychic. and that's actually going to do a decent amount. Actually, it really does nothing, you know. But I'm going to hit him with a Thunderbolt here. I really didn't know how well I would take that, but I kind of figured if I hit him with a T-Bolt, despite how pitiful damage it will do, the Toxic will finish him off. But, of course, being a Crest, he lives with a Micro Smidgen. So I'm going to need to switch since I did get the special defense drop. Going to go into Azelf. I know I can take whatever he wants to go for, you know, as soon as I resist his stab. And he goes for the trick. Now, he was trying to trick my Violet off my Porygon too, so it was a very good job that I did switch there. And he ends up giving my Azelf the leftovers and takes my Expert Belt. So obviously there is no hope of me trying to bluff that I'm Specs or anything now, so that goes out the window. But very nice that I managed to get out there and preserve my Porygon 2's item, because that could have been deadly. So he's going to bring in Latios now. And there's not really anything I can do. And I'm thinking, you know what, the last time I saw Specs Latios was years ago, so... sorry, Scarf Latios, so I'm just going to U-turn out knowing that I do have a high base speed. I do U-turn out. It does a really good amount, actually. And I'm going to U-turn out into my Gastro to take the Draco. Just basically as fodder to get him at -2 so that I could bring in my Swampert. And, you know, obviously I'm Scarf, so I'm going to be able to scare him out. And even if he does outspeed me, which to be honest he probably will, I'm still going to be able to take a Draco, seeing as now he's at -0.5 because he is Specs, so... Anyway, I'm going to bring in Azelf first, just so that I know that I'm faster and I can U-turn out and get initiative. But he knows that I'm going to do this, so he's just going to switch out and go into his Fuck You, which is very appropriately named. And that's going to be his Regirock. And I called this. I was like, crit, finish it off. Come on, get a crit. And I actually do pull the crit, so, you know, that was really funny. I believe I'd gone through a few cans of Budweiser at this point, and I was yelling at the screen like, get a crit, man. And I actually pulled the crit, so, you know, drunk for the win. So in comes Porygon 2, I can bring it in safely, seeing as I did get the crit on the U-turn. And he's going to go out into his Latios. I'm thinking, I'm going to have to fodder this as well. You know, anything to get this match out of the way. So I'm just like, come on, just miss the Draco. But nope, definitely not. Going to be able to take out my Porygon 2 from that range. Very disappointing. He has Specs though, so what do you expect? Definitely going to take me out. Again though, I do have the Swampert to come in, so I'm just going to bring in the Swampert now. Could have bought an Azelf arguably, but whatever. Gonna bring in Swampert. I'm gonna try and give the Ice Beam, but he still wants his Latios for later, and I'm thinking, damn man, just leave it in. So I'm gonna hit his Porygon 2 with an Ice Beam. I didn't want to go for an Earthquake on the Latios, because, you know, that would have been too risky. If he'd have stayed in, then I'd have been locked into it. I'd have had to switch, and it just would have been ugly. No point in predicting where it's not needed. So in comes Porygon. Now I'm gonna have to switch. I'm gonna go into Zapdos, knowing that I can take whatever he wants to go for, since I'm especially defensive Zapdos. And I'm fairly confident in its bulk. So he's actually going to double switch out though. And he's going to go out into his Cloud9. Now I was thinking, okay, this isn't such a bad matchup. I do carry the HP Ice on the Zapdos. You know, most specially defensive sets do carry that. So I'm thinking I can hit him with a HP Ice. And it probably won't take him out. But it will do a good amount to where he's not going to be able to Roost Stool me. So I'm going to hit him with this HP Ice. And we'll see how much this does. It actually brings him right down into the red, which is really nice. And he's going to roost up here, thinking that he can maybe gain back more HP. But I definitely have a hell of a lot more HP Ices than he has Roost, so, you know, that's absolutely fine. Whatever. So I'm going to go for the HP Ice again here, just trying to make him realize that he really has no option. He has to go for something. And most Altarias are going to be either the Dragon Dance set, the Cotton Guard set, or the typical support set with the Heal Bell. So I'm going to hit him with a HP Ice here. He is going to go for the Roost again, which is like, bro, learn your lesson, man. It's not going to happen. So he's going to restore that damage back up. And as you can see, it literally is doing the same amount every time. I don't know if I'm getting min-max variations, and like I really don't know, but it's doing exactly the same amount. So I'm going to hit him with another HP Ice here to show him that no matter what you do, I'm not switching. And I'm going to hit him with HP Ice, going to bring him down actually a tiny bit lower, maybe max on that turn. And here he's going to give in and think, you know what, I'm just going to get the Toxic off Porygon, go for the Heal Bell, and sacrifice his Altaria here. So I could have gone for the T-Bolt, not really any point, because, you know, if he'd have switched in Latios, I'd have been screwed. So just go for another HP Ice, why not? Going to be able to take that thing out for sure at that range, definitely, as soon as, you know, it was a very clean 2-hit KO in the first place. Definitely going to take that thing down, which is nice. Get my lefty's recovery, puts me back at max. I always thought Zapdos should get multi-scale, that would be sick. But anyway, in comes Porygon 2. After the rocks damage, I'm thinking a T-Bolt might be able to do decent amount of damage, you know, looking at it. But it probably won't kill, seeing as he's a Violet, so... Anyway, here I'm thinking, you know what, Lucario really hasn't done anything. I don't think he has the T-Wave. If he has the Toxic, it won't affect me. And I bet he's probably just going to recover anyway, seeing as he knows he can live a T-Bolt. But whatever. Going to bring in Luke. I really like this set. I haven't used it yet, so I'm going to SD right here. I have the Close Combat, Extreme Speed, and Ice Punch, so I know even if he does power me here, it's not too bad, because I can CC But that does a really good amount. You know, Lucario is really flimsy for a steel type. I believe it's fighting steel. It's very flimsy. But nevertheless, you can see the pure power behind that close combat there. I know it's at +2 and I know it's super effective and stab. But just take that thing right out. In comes Latios. Anything will take it out at that point. But you know, I have the E-speed. Might as well go for it. He's probably going to outspeed me anyway. And I get a useless crit. But that will turn out to be the match. So I hope you guys enjoyed this match. I want to talk to you guys. Please don't go away. It is important. I did upload the first part to the Leaf Green walkthrough. However, I've been screwed over. So my account basically has that content ID match, you know, where I've copyrighted something when actually it's under fair usage by the USA copyright and worldwide distribution laws. But I'm trying to get that sorted. I have filed a dispute claim. I really hope this is going to go well. But for now, I've had to unlist the video. So if you guys aren't seeing that Leaf Green video, fear not. I will public it once the copyright issues are out of the way. That, or I'll have to delete it and I'll have to post the walkthrough on another website and link you guys through YouTube, because I really want to do this walkthrough and I know you guys are super psyched for it. I'm not going to give up on it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.